Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and the time has finally come to make this video. Pretty much ever since I've started making videos on YouTube, I was waiting for this day to make this video. So I was gonna plan on filming a reveal of me opening up the record, but the record wasn't really packaged that great, kind of unfortunately, but it turned out okay. So I'm gonna insert a little clip of me kind of revealing it, kind of from some packaging here, and then we'll get into it. So as you can see, I finally got a black and gold Parlophone label, Please Please Me. And this has been one of those records that's kind of eluded me for quite a long time. Obviously, they are a little bit more on the expensive side, but let me tell you how I got this record. So I was actually talking to one of my friends over the phone, just talking Beatles stuff, and I was mentioning how I've been looking for one of these for quite a while, but they're always kind of even not so great condition ones can go for like $500-600 and up. But a couple days later, one of my saved notifications on my eBay popped up, and one of these came up for like 185 pounds and shipped from the UK. So I was like, okay. The pictures only showed the record, so I was like, okay, it's probably just the record or something like that. So I click on the listing, swipe over, I see the cover there. I was like, okay, it's probably like $185 or 185 pounds starting bid, and buy it now for whatever. It'll probably go up from there. But no, it was actually a buy it now for 185 pounds. So I was like, okay, there's something wrong with this that it probably wouldn't make it worth getting. But I looked over the pictures, it wasn't bad. The description didn't say anything bad except for one little skip on like kind of one like a little mark that kind of made some playing distortion and that kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll kind of sleep on it. I'll watch it, sleep on it, and if it's still there the next morning, I'll think about picking it up. So woke up the next morning, it was still there. When I was putting it into my cart, there was 3 other people that had it in their cart, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get it. So I ended up getting it, and again, coming from overseas in the UK is always a little bit sketchy in terms of getting it over to the United States and shipped and all that. But even the shipping price wasn't that bad, all things considering. Um, about this record, getting it for that low price is pretty good deal, for at least in my eyes. And a couple weeks went by, finally came in. I was home all day, and I was just kind of waiting for this package to come in all day, pretty antsy about it, as you can probably imagine. And it finally came in, and the packaging wasn't really that great. It was just kind of slipped in a box, and then kind of slipped with some pieces of cardboard together with like no outer sleeve, no nothing. And I was kind of like, ugh. But thankfully, it was okay. So let's go over the record here. So this is actually a second pressing with the note with the Northern Songs credit on here instead of the Dick James, which is the first pressing. So one of the main reasons why I wanted this one so bad is that I have all the other first pressing UK albums, and I know technically this is not a first pressing, but it's like black and gold. People really don't care which pressing you have, and I think, matter of fact, the second pressing is actually tougher to find. What I've kind of seen with some info is that there's like maybe a 5-to-1 ratio in terms of first pressing to second pressings. So theoretically, the second pressing is tougher to find. But again, most people just want the black and gold label, and that's kind of the thing. So in terms of completing that UK first pressing set, that is finally complete. So that's been a while, been quite a long journey of finding all those, and I guess now I'll have to start looking for a true first pressing, as I won't get a black and gold stereo. Please, please me anytime soon. But I guess you never know. But so yeah. So the Matrix is XEX 421-1N. It has a second mother on it, and like in the teens for the stampers. So pretty much makes sense for the second pressing to kind of have a little bit of a later mother, but a little bit still early on. So there you have it. And then one other thing with the cover, you can kind of tell between first and second pressings is that the credit, the McBain, is going to be a little bit more scooched over on the second pressing. The first pressing is going to be a little bit scooted in there. But let's just take a look at the cover here. It's not in bad. I definitely seen way worse black and gold. Please, please me go for a lot of money. Again, I have it saved on my eBay, so I watch them and see how much they go for. And this one, for whatever reason, the seller put for a very reasonable price. And I guess I was lucky enough to be at the right place at the right time. This is a Ernest J. Day sleeve. So there's a look at the back one more time. And also came with the Emitex sleeve, which is always a nice touch. And of course, it is a mono one, not a stereo one. But now that that set is complete, I'll probably make a video going through all the UK albums that I have. So that should be a pretty fun video to go through. And I just wanted to make a quick dedicated video to this. Again, I've been wanting to make this video and wait for this day for quite a while, and I've already played it. It actually played through pretty well. The only times you could hear some crackle and pops were through the in between the actual songs. And again, the one little skip, I think it was on A Taste of Honey. Not the worst thing in the world to have. All things considering, this is more of a historical piece in my eyes instead of like an actual play record. I got other Please Please Me's I can play, and also for some other information on the record, it has an MT tax code as well, just for the extra info for those who are interested. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed seeing that as much as I enjoyed receiving it. And stay tuned for more videos. I probably got another Beatles update with some records I've had flown around here for the past few months or so. And then I guess also remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, to subscribe, as when I hit 1,000 subs, I'll have a little giveaway. I have a bunch of extra jukebox 45s, Beatles 45s on the color vinyl series, so I'll make a little package for that. And with that being said, the UK collection is complete for now. We'll get to other variations down the road. So thanks for watching.